Hey, you want to make some medicine? Let's go make some medicine. But before we do that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and I got a lot more videos coming up. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some oregano oil. Now, has lots of beneficial things to us as human beings. It can fight all sorts of stuff, and we're going to go into those details real quick. But the first thing we need to do is talk about the ingredients. The ingredients are actually pretty simple. You just need some oregano. Yes, you can use the dried stuff too. We actually have a process that we have to go through to use the dry stuff. And you need yourself some organic extra virgin olive oil. People have used other oils, but the organic extra virgin olive oil works the best. You're going to need a jar to put it in, and you're going to need some kind of cap for that jar. I just happen to have one of these ball caps right here, but I've actually seen where people put peanut butter jar caps on here. Now, the key thing you have to do is sterilize the jar. I've already done that. Right now, I've got some water heating up on the stove because we are going to have to actually warm the oil to get the process started because we're using the dry oregano leaves. So while I'm doing all this, I'm going to explain to you some of the benefits to this oil and how healthy it is for you. Okay, so we've got our sterilized glass. It's still a little warm, and our sterilized top. And here's the thing. You just need to make sure that these are completely dry before you use them. That way we don't get any bacteria growth in there on some of the water droplets that might still exist. But this is just a simple mason jar. What is this? This is, what's a pint jar? And so we're going to make some oregano oil. All right, so the mixture is 1 to 3. So basically 25% oregano, 75% oil. So we're going to go ahead and put those in right now. Now, oregano is rich in thymol and rosmarinic acid. We don't need these anymore. These are compounds that make this herb powerful and beneficial to health. Now, I'm going to use a little bit more because it is dry. So I think we'll be okay in the end. You know, the oregano leaf is rich in phenol, which is natural antibacteria, and it has been shown to stop growth of several types of bacteria like Streptococcus, Aureus, and E. coli. Now, there's a couple of chemicals that are inside of this olive oil once we're done, and those are thymol. Now, thymol is a natural antifungal. We're going to fill this up. We're going to get this reasonably high right here. It's a natural antifungal, and you can see how it's like starting to mix together. And believe it or not, we're almost done. So thymol is a natural antifungal that is found in oregano leaves and has been used to treat yeast infections, which is kind of interesting. And then you have what they call rosmarinic acid. It's a powerful antioxidant that helps protect against damage caused by free radicals. As a higher content of it has a higher content of antioxidants than most fruits and vegetables, so it's really good for you. And right now we're just kind of tamping out the oil. We could mix more in there, but I'd rather just let the bubbles do the job because it is sterile. It also may help in gut health. And by killing gut parasites and protecting against leaky gut syndrome. So hopefully you guys never get that. Now, this oil should stay good for about 3 months after you make it, or should I say 3 months after it's ready to be used. Generally, if you keep it in a cool, dark place, it's going to last longer. But, you know, when you use it, just open it, look inside, make sure that there's nothing growing inside of it, and you're probably going to be okay. As you can see, it's slowly mixing together. Let me get that there in the front of the camera a little bit better. And we're gonna put some more oil inside of it. We're gonna leave a little bit of air at the top. We're gonna let that bubble just a little bit more. We'll probably end up giving this thing a good shake because that's what they recommend you do from time to time anyway. At this point, we're almost ready to put it in the boiling water. Now, the reason we do that is because that is going to help the oil to get the oils that are still remaining in the dry oregano and get them infused into the oil. Like I said, it is still bubbling, so we're going to put the cap on it because I don't really want to stick anything inside of it and ruin that sterile environment. And you can see that there's still lots and lots of green stuff there where the oil has not gotten to it yet. There we go. Now we're starting to get infused. I probably used a little bit too much, but once the process starts, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to put some more oil in there just so I can make as much as possible. We're basically going to use all of this container. Yeah, we're going to use basically all of that. It should almost all fit in there. Then we're going to put the top on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop this into some boiling water that we're going to turn off, and we're going to let it set for 10 to 15 minutes. Let me bring you over there real quick. All right, there we go. And then we're just going to set this down inside the boiling water like this, and we're going to turn the heat off. And then we're going to let it set there for about 10, 15 minutes. And the reason is that's going to help the oil to start to infuse a little bit more. And as you can see, I hope you guys can see this, as it sits there in the oil, you can actually see things starting to move around in there, very subtly, as the oil warms up and becomes less viscous, and that allows the particles or the oregano flakes to float to the top. And that's going to start to add in a little bit of separation as well from the oils to the fibers of the oregano. Let's come back in about 10 minutes and we'll see what we got. Okay, so now as you can see, it's actually very much separated. All of the fibers have settled to the bottom. And this has been about 10 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to get it out of there. Now it's probably not that hot, but it's better not to take any chances. We're just going to get this out of there. We're going to set it right over here. And we're going to let that cool off just a little bitty bit. This is what we've got so far. Okay, so this is what we've got. I'm going to bring it over here, take a look at it. And as you can see, it's still warm. It's been about 5 minutes of cooling just so that I can handle the jar a little bit better, making sure that lid's on tight. And then what you want to do is you just want to give it a shake. Just get that oregano moving around inside that oil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put it inside of our pantry. Now, there are some instructions that say to put this in a window seal, but that is for if you used fresh oregano and then you're using the sun method, and you don't actually have to do that whole boiling water thing. This is for dried oregano. So once this cools down completely, I'm going to put it inside my pantry, and that's going to be it for about 3 weeks. And then every day I'm going to come back. I'm just going to come and get this, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shake, like so, just to get things moving around. And then we're going to drain the oregano out of it, and yeah, that's going to be it. It's really that simple. Okay, so this was really me in my real kitchen with my real oregano oil and really making it for you. So I'm not going to be able to show you what happens in 3 weeks, but I am going to come back in 3 weeks and probably do a YouTube short or something like that. Maybe, I don't know where I'll put it, but I'm going to make sure that you guys actually see what it looks like when I sift the oregano out of the oil. And when that happens, we're going to be good to go. We're going to store it in our pantry, and that's going to be it. And then we're actually going to be able to use this oil. Now, how do we use it? Well, the best way to use it is actually orally. And I meant that in a good way. You're going to basically pour a few drops into 8 ounces of water and drink it every day if you want to. And then you can actually apply it topically to your skin to kill bacteria. Generally, to prevent internal bacterial growth, you want to ingest about 2 to 4 drops per day for up to like 10 days. They also say that you can fight MRSA with it, staph infections, and the way you do that is you add 3 drops of oregano to oil, which basically we've just done already, or to a food or beverage of your choice, along with a carrier oil. Now, what we've done is we've already created the carrier oil when we made our oregano oil. So you can just put it wherever you want to put it. And you want to do that twice daily for 10 days, and that will help with those particular problems. Now, I am not an MD. I'm not a doctor. There's no PhD after my name. I'm literally doing this because I know how to do it, and I know that it does work. And although I do believe in real medical technology antibiotics, I also believe that home remedies can rapidly take care of these problems. And with the problems that we've had in the last 3 years, I think these natural home remedies probably help with a lot of different things. All right, if you haven't hit that subscribe or like button yet, please do. It does help out the channel. And also, stay safe and have a great day. And if you want to support the channel, there's a link down below. Bye-bye.